Hi, we are Doug and Kaylee, and we are a freshly married couple that are in the middle of an adventure to become full-time RVers and see our beautiful country. We purchased our first truck and travel trailer in summer 2020, and it has already been such an experience. In this and the upcoming videos, you will see our cross-country road trip to get married at the Grand Canyon and honeymoon in the West, all during a pandemic. The first half of our trip, we are joined by my sister Sarah, our dog Cammie, and my mom Dawn. Join us on this adventure as we enjoy the ups and downs of travel in a new RV.
Hello again, everyone. We pick up this week where we left off in Page, Arizona. We're going to be leaving the Waheap campground, which was right on the shores of Lake Powell. Beautiful place. Look at that sunrise. We wanted to get the day started early because we knew we had a long drive ahead of us. We're going to be going through some of our favorite area we've ever seen. It's why we love Utah. The Escalante Grand Staircase National Monument has just some of the most amazing scenery we've ever seen. Sadly, we're there in the middle of winter and it is extremely cold and unpredictable. So we're already heading out knowing we need to find propane because we don't know where we'll be able to find it out in this, what you would call a wilderness, and concerned about roads. We don't know what we're going to see. If it could snow somewhere. We realized after the wedding that we can't predict snow or understand reports of snow in the area. So we have some propane, but we're low. We want to fill up because we're going to be staying in a place called Torrey. And Torrey is on the other side of one of the most scenic drives ever, Highway 12 in Utah. It's a very small town just outside of Capitol Reef National Park. And there's a few campgrounds there, which we were able to book one that's full of hookups, or so we thought. So we know that there's not many amenities there, so we want to find propane before we get there. Last time we were in the area, we found a place called Coral Pink Sand Dunes State Park. And this is it. We wanted to go here last time. We saw it. We have a thing for sand dunes. I don't know what it is. It's so different. We haven't gotten to experience a ton of it, so we want to see it when we see them on the horizon. And this place was pink. I mean, how cool is that? We didn't get to see it last time, so we made sure we were going to find time to see it this time. And it's not a big place, and we knew we wouldn't have to dedicate a whole lot of time, so we pulled over, we paid to get in, and this is it. They have kangaroo rats here.
What?
Rattlesnake?
You ready?
Yeah. It's cold.
Very cold. I should have worn my gloves.
Sand dunes like this in southern Utah because it's red from the iron from the rocks and stuff, but for whatever reason Sometimes video just doesn't do it justice, so here's some photos we took to paint the whole picture. Because the park is somewhat small as far as drivable area by car, we decided to just go through the loop one time, let you see the campgrounds. There are 2 different campground loops. One is very new, and I think it's full hookups. The other is a little more primitive, which we're going through first. Something to keep in mind with this park, it is a huge ATV off-roading paradise. Like, you see trails everywhere. It's not like some places where the dunes are heavily protected. I think they want you to embrace it and enjoy the outdoors here. As you can see, the couple of vehicles that are here are toy haulers. And that's it. We're on our way. And where we're heading first is Bryce Canyon National Park. We have been there before. Once again, this is more of a means to an end. When we canceled our plans in California, we decided to stay in Moab because we knew it was low enough elevation that snow wouldn't be a problem, and they would have the amenities for us to enjoy ourselves and provide a lot of things to do still. So we decided to take the most scenic route possible, and that brings us through Bryce Canyon. We just love this drive. It's so amazing. And the snow just makes everything look so different. We did the entire scenic drive in Bryce, which you can definitely do with the RV. It's some ups and downs, and definitely a little scary in some of the icier parts, but possible. That's the payoff for the long drive. I believe this is the highest point in the park. We decided to stop a few more places on our way down before we continued on to Scenic Highway 12. I think it's Scenic Byway 12, actually.
Memories all I got, like an afterthought. What we felt and said, red wine in your bed, on the naked floor, behind that gated door, always so discreet, on 14 Washburn.
Back on the road again. This road seems fairly heavily traveled, but there's not a whole lot on it. You go through a couple small farming towns and some of the prettiest scenery I've ever come across. The biggest town in the area is Escalante, and it's a cute little town. Definitely somewhere Kaylee and I immediately thought of as a place to spend a few days, but once again with that snow, we didn't want to risk it. And I would say this is probably what we would call the prettiest part of the drive. So unlike anywhere else we've ever seen. At the very bottom, you come across the Escalante River. And in summertime, apparently, a coffee shop. Too bad. Wrong time of year. If I were a motorcyclist, this would be my paradise, I think. I can't imagine driving the winding roads through here. Still nothing too bad for the RV. I'm gonna let the video do the talking. And just like that, we're in the mountains. We go through a pretty high section of mountain range here, very snowy, and getting towards the end of the day, we're in a rush to try to get to our campground before it's too late. But we had to stop and take some photos because all of this we saw last in summer, and it was very hazy from smoke. We didn't even realize some of the mountains in the distance, the beauty of everything that you can see so much further away in wintertime. Hi, everybody. Day 3 of the honeymoon, and it has been very busy.
Yes.
Because some trip parts got canceled in California. We've had to improvise, and we're in Capitol Reef National Park. We stayed at a campground last night that was, I don't know how you'd say it, Kaylee.
Horrible?
Eh.
No.
It's probably a nice place in summertime, but their website made it seem like everything was great, and then you get there and it's like, oh, we're technically closed, but you can stay here. We don't have water.
Well, it was supposed to be full hookups, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
So, that's fine.
That puts a sour taste in your mouth to begin with. But we lived through it, and we're going to leave today instead of staying an extra night. So we got the RV in tow, and we're driving down the scenic drive through Capitol Reef, and it's beautiful. I think unhooked, this truck could have a lot of fun out here on all the little back roads.
Yeah, there's like so many off-roading trails here, and I had no idea.
We've already seen a ton of deer. Wintertime in these national parks is just so much fun because there's nobody here. And yeah, it's on to Moab this afternoon. Let's hope we can get a campsite for the night because our reservation doesn't start till tomorrow.
Something tells me there will be plenty of room for us.
I think so. Oh, tight turn.
Oh
God.
shit. Okay, bye.
Disclaimer for anyone wondering. My eye is horrible looking. Very scary. Bloodshot red. I blew a blood vessel out in my eye. And it makes me look very scary. The area around the town of Escalante and Capitol Reef National Park have tons of off-roading opportunities, which is something we wanted to take advantage of. We had very specifically planned 2 days in this area before going to Moab for that reason. Because of how uncomfortable our campsite ended up being, we decided to move on to Moab a day early. And we regret the not being able to do everything we wanted to, but I'm sure we'll be back. Next week we go to Moab. We do some off-roading, as well as some stargazing, and visit Arches and Canyonlands National Park. See you then.